Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
Running is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He hits Adams complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They run it with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Davante Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Browns drive about to get started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, They'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Jackson on first down.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. It's caught here by Adams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, Felton. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, it's Jacobs, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 8-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Odafe Oweh. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On play action, here's Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
It ain't no joke out here right now.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now Jackson on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. Now Jackson. Trying to improvise. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Jackson now. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well. And he connects on a big one there.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Going up top for Miller. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. The 20, 10, 5, drive. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it in.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a guy that runs with a lot of power. Third in the NFL last year in yards after contact and breaks off a nice run there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Browns 19.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. On first down, Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Jacobs now. Room here to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
176 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Here's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The Browns once again setting up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
52. Browns 25.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Bell.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. 20, 10. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Here's Sermon. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Trey Sermon with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Second and 11 now.
Throwing is Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Tua sets up to pass it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, Sermon.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try and run. Sermon.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
He's at the 50. Now the ball comes loose, and I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.